DMV. What's up, y'all? Rob Parker, right here on the set, right here live, episode 49, the season update. Coincidentally, we came here on some breaking news right here out the district. I ain't about to give y'all a whole introduction on a lot of things. I'm gonna tell y'all the breaking news. The Washington Wizards had just finally acquired Trae Young in a trade from the Atlanta Hawks for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. As of right now, those are the trade details we got. Look like the Wizards got their primary point guard for the future as of right now. Looking good over there with that young staff, young core, what they got going on. We ain't gonna get into that later on in the episode, but right now we're gonna give y'all some quick details on what to talk about on today's episode. We got the NFL playoff with the season ending from last week for 2025 going to 2026. Oh yeah, and Happy New Year, District Live Sports. Appreciate y'all being here with another year. We've been doing it for about 9 years now. Going strong. Going here into the new year, bringing new updates, new content, new episodes. You're here now. Listen to Rob Parker. We coming out here with some new heat. We're gonna talk about a little bit about upcoming game. Upcoming game. We're gonna be here on Friday at Curl High School, going against Gonzaga. So that's gonna be really entertaining. District Live Sports is gonna be out there. We're gonna be coming out here with support with our camera production team, trying to get some highlights and film out there, get some shots of Ant Brown. So that's pretty exciting to really come about. And then also, of course, we got to talk about a little bit of Commanders. I mean, hey, we don't want to because of the type of season we got, but this is the District Live Sports Show. We're going to talk about the Commanders, talk about all the Washington teams whenever we can, and don't matter if winning or losing, man. We going to come in here solid strong with our pride up and making sure we represent. So, first segment, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. We're going to get into that breaking news just in a little bit, but I just want to touch on the Commander season. 5-12 at the end. Recently we just beat the Philadelphia Eagles last week, 24-17. It was kind of like one of those preseason games. Eagles is making sure that their starters don't get hurt or anything like that. So, we was at like our third or fourth quarterback playing with Josh Johnson, making sure that we would just finish the team with some type of pride. Playing the young bucks all around with a lot of injuries, all through the board, bro. Like all through the team. I mean, that was just majority of the year injuries, a lot of misconfusion with the defenses and a little bit with the offense. We're gonna talk about the NFL head coaches firing in a second. You got the quarterback play with Jaden Daniels not being durable as much as he could. The running back situation with Jacoby Krosky-Merritt. I mean, I like him as a back, but I don't know if I would want him as my primary RB1 in the future. You got some defensive back troubles back there. Of course, I love Mike Sanders still. I love Trey Amos. I pray that he comes back in a speedy recovery. Marshawn Lattimore is not really looking too good for him, and safety help. It's kind of looking bad all through the defense. I even just DBs, bro, like LBs, DNs with Armstrong going down, not having like a lot of pressure and stuff like that. It's really looking kind of chaotic. With the offense, you got Debo that's on a 1 year expiring, so he may leave, may not re-sign. You got Zach Ertz may be considering retiring. Austin Eckler, in my opinion, may consider retiring. Tunsil want a new extension. A lot of things is gonna go on into this off season, and we District Live Sports is going to stay updated on everything that we can see what's going on. I know the fans are going to know and see what's going on, but we all speculating to really know what's in Adam Peters' bag. I'm very skeptical. I'm very curious. I'm trying to see what he can put together at some point because, shoot, the season that we had in 2024 and compared to this past year, it was mind blowing, bro. Like no one didn't really expect us to really just come out like that, and it's okay. I mean, I be worried too as a fan going into the new year. In my opinion, I'm optimistic right now. Of course, it's literally like a couple days after the season just ended, but we're not gonna just go ahead and blow our heads off. We're gonna go ahead and remain strong, remain poised to see what the draft is gonna look like, the re-signing, see if you know what the draft is gonna bring in terms of capital. See if what kind type of scheme are we going to get with the new coaches. Oh yeah, and that's another thing, bro. The news of seeing us getting rid of the coordinators now with Joe Witt, by all means, bro, I was stunned. I was very, very proud of that happening. But when we got rid of Cliff, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of skeptical. I do understand why, because some of the play designs that he had, especially having Jaden and all those type of like QB runs or QB designs where he had like an option play where he may force his body into a play. We was always being so stagnant with just doing certain formations as doing running pistol and shotgun and basically a lot of formations that defenses wasn't really that hard to figure out. I mean, I could really go into detail and what particular formation that Washington was going for defenses to understand. It was just, it wasn't really hard to kind of put together, especially with the personnel that we had. I mean, not to say it was all on Kingsbury's fault on that, but then again, this may not be the offense for Jaden to really excel, especially with him not really being challenged enough compared to, plethora of NFL offenses. But again, another day, another story. Just Relax Sports got plenty of episodes to come. We got a lot of stuff to unravel throughout the show. So we're gonna go ahead and dish off from that for a little bit. Is anybody excited for the NFL playoffs? I know I am. I got a lot of good matchups on both ends of the side of the ball. You got AFC bracket with the LA Chargers and the New England Patriots playing on Sunday night at 8. You got the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears playing at the, match 3 playing at Saturday, January 10th at 8 p.m. You got the rematch of the 2023 NFC Championship with the San Francisco 49ers playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. I really gonna like that one. That's on January 11th. I got the rematch of the LA Rams and the Carolina Panthers. People forget, but the Carolina Panthers beat the LA Rams at Carolina when it was raining. Now, I don't know if that game had a lot to do with it because of the weather conditions, but I don't know if it will be the same turnaround at this time. But we gotta see. I mean, the Panthers seem real deal. Bryce Young been playing real good. They got a nice little thing on their offense with Rico and that new rookie receiver McMillan, and they got like a bunch of like a lot of good defense on that side of the ball. I think the game will be interesting. I'm still going with the Rams, but we'll see. I could be wrong. My favorite matchup that's very, very intriguing, in my opinion, Buffalo Bills against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really think that's going to be a real nice matchup. I don't know if Josh Allen is going to have a better opportunity than this. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be really, really insane, if he can't pull this off and we just look back like, well, this is the best shot you got. You can't get through the Jaguars and you couldn't get through the Baltimore Ravens from the past, or you can never beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You lost to the, Joe Burrow at one point. I mean, hey, but we'll see, man. People see Josh Allen as more, man. Show me it. We want to see this Sunday in the wild card. So NFL playoffs, Man, it's a lot of intriguing matchups, man. Let me know y'all favorite matchup. If y'all could comment, when this video drop and everything like that. I would love to see what y'all favorite matchup on this favorite list. Between me, I think it's the Buffalo Bills against Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Especially that one because I feel like, when you see division rivals go at it, you know, for a third time, it really gets brutal. It's like Final Death at Mortal Kombat. You don't get no more shots out of that. This is basically OT for them. So it's gonna be some exciting games. Oh yeah, and I'm not gonna forget about the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Personally, I feel like the Houston Texans got one of the best defenses I've seen in a long time with the way that they got set up over there. I really feel that Pittsburgh is kind of on their last limb. Granted, I do respect Mike Tomlin. I do respect Aaron Rodgers for what they've done for this year, but I just don't think it's enough to really compete, against other opponents that's in this AFC bracket, really this NFL bracket, we be honest. But I'm not going to keep throwing dirt on Pittsburgh, saying Washington is not doing much. So, salute to Pittsburgh on whatever they do. Really hope they can make a run at it, for their money. But, I got my money on Houston Texans against them. So, commercial break. We're going to go ahead, go right into it, man. I really appreciate my dog, SS Closet. We got this representing in the commercial and the podcast right now. One of my favorite hoodies. If y'all watching, tuning in, this is real good design, good material. You know what I'm saying? My man put it together. I wish I could kind of show y'all the back of it, but I don't really feel like getting up and doing too much. But y'all see what's going on, man. Shout out to SS Closet. They got one of the best merch. They got more merch coming on the way, more details, more clothes. Anything you looking for is out there. SS Closet, man. Go ahead and check them out on IG. Now, for all and for everybody, what they've been looking for. I'm in the journal. I look at my notes. I look at everything like that, man. Don't judge me, bro. I'm just like any other person, bro. When they doing broadcasts and podcasts, bro, I'm just like another man. Look, we got Washington Wizards unleashing this trade. Now, for me, looking at it from the outside, supporting, we know this. Washington Wizards is really pulling some strides. And not in a way where, like, this year alone they could just compete. I mean, in a year of building the right exact pieces that they need. What they got going on right now with the staff, with the players and the youth right now, I'm liking it. I mean, not so much on the head coach because, they've been losing a lot. Brian Keefe isn't really the most impressive coach that I've seen, but he's giving these guys some confidence, and I love it. Alex Sarr, he's a phenomenal big man. Me and Nick, if y'all watch episode 48 on YouTube, me and Nick had spoke about Alex Sarr progression from the previous episode. With his frame, with his IQ, his athleticism, his feet work, his drive, his poise. I mean, I'm not gonna discredit his nationality because at this point, bro, we're just in a world where a lot of different nationality of big man is superior and elite, and I love it. I mean, I don't care what you are. You could be from freaking Jupiter and be a tenacious big man for all I care. But Alex Sarr, that French big man, bro, he's like that. He's damn near leading the league in blocks. A young, hungry big man like that for Trae Young to dish and to play good with, rolling to the paint, pick and rolls, setting up for him. Bro, that's so easy. Playing it now, understand right now, the Wizards right now don't have a dominant four. That's okay. They can get that in the draft. They can wait a little bit. They can still plug in some pieces right there. They still got Bilal. They still got Keyshawn. Still got a little bit of young pieces they could move around. But that's just to experiment for right now. We're not saying to compete. We're not talking about playing. We're talking about going forward. And I'm not talking about that just, oh, yeah, they're going to grow and pivot. Nah, bro. I think at some point they're going to just poke out, pause. They're going to really strike up, and they're going to go above some just minimum teams, average teams, and be right there at the peak of playing. Maybe be right there and playing, if we're being honest. It's not a bad roster offensively. Defensively, it could get a lot better. But I don't think they're far off. I don't think they don't. I think that they have the pieces to even help with their core to even get a bit further. Will I risk any future young core pieces? It depends. Depends how the Washington Wizards fire them. It depends how Will Dawkins managed to manipulate this. You know, they're not just any sort of team. They're the Washington Wizards. So apparently they got a market. It's DC, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see it. This is the nation capital. You know what I'm saying? It's the district zone, 202. The DMV, bro. Like I say it every episode. DMV, DMV, DMV. You see it, bro. Like we a camaraderie, bro. And all sports, all aspects. We may not be that winning team. We may be that even outside of sport, we may not be that biggest city. We may not have that crazy exotic food or signature foods like anywhere else. But bro, we got something else that like a lot of people just can't understand that they want to get with. We got flavor, bro. DC got flavor, bro. Believe it or not. Even with now in this time of era in 2026, we have something where a lot of cities don't, or compared to some cities. And if Trae Young is leaving Atlanta, the next best city to him, in his opinion, is DC. Now for his market, that's a different topic. That's beyond to what we're initiating on. But as of right now, Trae Young is a Wizard. Apparently he's dealing with some type of finger injury. That's if he is dealing with it. But he'll go ahead and get dressed and hopefully represent as a Wizard really soon and relish with the squad. We're gonna have to see with Trae Young, Keyshawn, and Bub, Cam Whitmore. You got Sar, Bagley. You got a lot of pieces to really work around, even without CJ and what's his name? Goddamn. They just traded my man's. They traded my man's Corey Kispert. For him, I really felt like he was going to be a piece where he was going to have to get moved at some point. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the services to Corey Kispert, a 3-point specialist, really nice ball player. I really like the young bull, but, it's really best for he serve his services somewhere else, for the benefit of the Wizards and for him, obviously. CJ McCollum, as he in his late years, still a valuable basketball player, a player to really learn from. You know what I'm saying? And I can see he could have a really great future in the broadcasting era after his career is done. But yeah, I really feel like he's best off doing what he's doing. You know, I think this was like a moving piece anyway. But you know, he appreciated his time with Washington, and it's all a business, bro. I mean, no one take this stuff personal no more. I mean, it is what it is. This is what they signed up for, so it is what it is. The Wizards, at the other hand, they're looking good for the future. They got some excitement. No one is saying that this is finals. No one is saying this is the oh yeah, they're going to be right there this year. No, this is some building blocks. This is some real legitimate pieces that's really solidifying his team. And I think the league should start to really give the Wizards some respect in terms of paying attention to what they do. But if this is still that city or that team that people want to keep sleeping on, and respectfully, they still can. I get that, but for how long? We'll see. We have to see, man. I mean, this is yet an oppressive team. I can't wait, bro. I feel like they're gonna do they thing this year. So shout out to the Wiz, man. They got a lot going on, and shout out to Trey Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a hooper in that boy. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's lighting it up off the floor, and you want a person to dish you the ball whenever when you're shooting off the ball and everything like that, or you playing off ball really well, and you really have elite handles at this point of your career where you're only just a rookie and you're shooting high efficiency as a rookie. I mean, it says something. Him having confidence to thinking he's somewhere universally better than Steph. I mean, hey, whatever, bro. But I love the confidence. You know what I'm saying? I love what the Wizards is doing in their drafts. They're really paying attention and what type of players they're putting into this community. Like it's really good. It's really beautiful to see. I hope these players blossom to be these elite players as they are. Like I think my favorite out of the whole bunch is Keyshawn, but man, they got a lot of pieces to really look forward to, and the draft coming up. I mean, even with them winning as of lately, like they were about 6-4 in the last 10 games. I mean, no matter what happens in the future, if they was to still win or they was to win a little bit but lose a majority, I feel like they would be a lottery team. And if not top five, top three, and top three is it's a lottery right there. That's really a jackpot hitting the gold mine right there. So yeah, we're gonna have some episodes talking about that with the NBA draft. We know you're gonna have my man's Nick. We're gonna have an episode talking about that. So we ain't gonna get too much deep in that, man. Let's go ahead and get in a commercial break. You know what I'm saying? We got one of the best businesses that's out here that's selling one of the best sea moss. I tried it myself. You got Essential Holistics, one of the best brands that I've ran into. And let me tell you right now, man, they got some really, really delicious flavors. One of the flavors that I have had recently was the blueberry flavor. Now, I'm not going to really get into details because I don't know her entire menu, but Essential Holistics is one of the best iron-fused water used during soaking process for extra strength boost for your body in colder climates and conditions, bro. I feel like these type of things is what people need just to keep going in their day-to-day life. For me, bro, I'm 30 years old. I'm still young, still youthful, but of course you need some type of elements to keep your body fresh, keep your skin good, keep your mental straight, and just everything and part of your vessels like really going smooth. These type of products will really get you going right, have you some type of energy, as you working a 9 to 5 or whatever shift that you're doing. It will get you through the day, man. Hit up Essential Holistics, one of the best sea moss brands that I ever tried, and I feel like you should try it too. So Next segment, man, we're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about the coaches that had been on a hot seat, bro. And with the NFL, it's kind of ugly. Raheem Morris from the Atlanta Falcons get got rid of. That was really one of my no brainers. I mean, due to the system, what they got going on, how they handled the quarterback carousel over there, the management of how they're putting the team together. I mean, it was pretty much sloppy all the way there. Having your offense sailed in with Arthur Smith, having Drake London and Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson playing together. I mean, it was kind of not really nostalgia for the team in terms of blending in. And I think it's fair for the Falcons to, make that move. Best for the team to, look forward, really. I mean, it was really good for them to take care of that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got the Cardinals fine. Gannon, their head coach, isn't with them anymore. I feel like with the drama with Kyler Murray, it's really a debacle at this point. I mean, personally, for me, I was a Kyler Murray fan growing up. I used to, really like seeing him playing after Baker Mayfield left Oklahoma and he was doing his thing at Oklahoma. And I really thought he had some really good shot after he got Rookie of the Year. But, man, it's been a derail since he's been at that team. And with all these coaches that's been in and out with Arizona, it's just like, bro, it's not getting any better. In fact, it's getting worse. And I'll be damned if I'm the next Arizona head coach and I got to deal with Kyler Murray, who's gotten the last 2-3 coaches out of here. It won't be me. Whoever's that next NFL head coach for the Arizona Cardinals, it's just not happening for me, bro. If I was coming there, the Baltimore Ravens, oh my God, if it don't get worse, it gets worse. The Baltimore Ravens had got rid of John Harbaugh after 18 years, bro. 18 years. So it's 2026. 18 years, bro. 18 years. What was 18 years back then? That was Joe Flacco rookie year at 2008. So that's like 2 decades at this point. I was like 11, 10, 2008. Yeah, I was like maybe 13, somewhere around there. I was like, yeah, in middle school. It was so young back in the day, bro. Ed Reed and Ray Lewis is playing. Terrell Suggs, man. Like Willie Parker. You had Mason as one of the receivers. You had Haloti Nada. I mean, it was just a bunch, bro. Like, and I remember times when they were just trying to put it together, and they finally put that team together in 2012. But ever since, man, it's been a little bit of a ride. Nothing terrible, nothing awful. They've been one of the elites for sure. Like, we always give our praise to the Baltimore Ravens. It's been one of the toughest teams to play against. Of course, we got the Lamar Jackson special, and they been very scary to play. But come down to these few years, bro, like they've been having these rides where they just can't make it through, and this year was just awful. I mean, it was just a Baltimore Ravens team that we just never seen before. I mean, forget the offense. I mean, we knew that Lamar will still have these durability problems, bro. We're talking about the defense at this point. We're talking about them not having the ability to stop offenses whenever they can. I mean, I get it. That last game, it was really kind of messed up. It was dealing with a lot of injuries, especially that Kyle Hamilton injury when Aaron Rodgers started finding his stride in the second half. But, man, that wasn't a Baltimore Ravens team, and I was really surprised if they went to another year with Harbaugh as coach. And I think they said, you know what, almost doing 2 decades is enough. I think it's about time we let it go, and the Ravens finally let go. I hate that I had to see that happen. I had to hear that, but as an NFL fan, you gotta understand and respect that it's a business, and you know just because you got a championship or championships, but as of so far, I've only seen coaches relieve head coaches who've accomplished a championship at from one point ago isn't sustainable. And that expectation is insane. And it's not even just a sport. It's a lot of sports that actually does this. I can relate to the NBA, but I mean, really just looking at it, just really wild. But having a coach for that long that's not really changing anything better, but making things worse, it's kind of insane. So seeing John Harbaugh being fired, I mean, it hurts, but it is what it is. It's not a big depressing thing, but the team got to move on. Cleveland fired the head coach, obviously, with Schwartz. Wasn't really a good thing for Cleveland to move on, especially with the quarterback problem that they had. Now with Shador, it's been a lot of talks with them not having the head coach and quarterback being on the same page for the most part. But I mean, they was kind of starting to understand a little bit of things later in the year. I really felt like and the drafting was really good. I just didn't really agree with how they ran their team and both sides of the ball. I mean, defense, they definitely are talented, but offensive wise, I mean, big struggles. I feel like Schwartz was kind of hindering the team a bit as far as competing, especially in that impulsive division that they're in. So good for Cleveland to want to move on. Really hope they can try to change it around at some point. Man, Pete Carroll being fired from the Las Vegas Raiders. I feel like that was kind of a head blower, but it's really insane how the same quarterback who got you out of a job the first time in a different conference got you out of the same type of job in the second type of conference. So I hope a lot of coaches just see that and just be like, well, hey, bro, I ain't about to be playing with this quarterback if he got me fired once. If you say that quarterback on the same roster, bro, you better off just trading that player or benching him. Or let them know, hey, bro, you ain't getting snaps. You ain't going to get me out of a job. I'll be down. I'll play this fifth-round quarterback before I play your ass. It's sad, though, man. Pete Carroll's a good dude, but, hey, maybe it might be time to just set it back. I can see him being like a president role or maybe like a management role on a team. Coaching right now may not be the best outlook for him. In my opinion, I think he's getting up there where he's starting to lose a little bit of touch. I mean, he did kind of give Las Vegas some type identity in a way, but it wasn't strong enough for them to just really be reckoning with teams in a competing way. So I feel like Pete Carroll should kind of like consider his career a little bit. I mean, maybe he was kind of like a little bit sideball with having Geno Smith as quarterback, but hey, we at least we know Geno Smith isn't that starting quarterback no more, in my opinion. No disrespect to Geno Smith, good West Virginia guy. He was a like that quarterback Seattle at some point. I respect him, but yeah, I feel like Raiders wasn't going to do nothing with that Geno Smith project. It was really ugly to just look at it. And back to our situation, man. I mean, with Washington Commanders, bro. Who do we have in talks of an offensive coordinator? Man, I don't know. I hope it's somebody that we could look ahead and just see if we can help Jaden Daniels and find a balanced offensive flow, man. No type of like pistol shotgun only offense, man, where we're just one dimensional or we're putting our quarterback in harm's way. I feel like Jaden Daniels' durability isn't meant to always be running with, especially you being a quarterback, the franchise. You know what I'm saying? You're the investment, man. Forget being a quarterback at this point, bro. You're an investment. You're a brand investment. So a lot of sponsors and agents, well, his mom and and you know what I'm saying, people around him is depending on him being on that field. And for Cliff, for Kingsbury, bro, I just feel like his offense wasn't gonna really keep him alive, especially with the personnel that we had. Not only with that, man, I just feel like it wasn't gonna grow. Teams started to figure this out, regardless of what we had on the field, regardless of what we put against teams, man. It just wasn't good enough. And I'm really glad that the management got to see and open their eyes on the team. Same thing for Joe Witt. I mean, it wasn't really good from the jump. It wasn't even good really last year. They started to play inspired only because in playoffs, but man, they got exposed by Philadelphia twice last year. This year, it was just, man, it just got ugly, especially with injuries. But I like to see what Dan Quinn like to do with the team defensively since he got control of that. Like to see a defensive coordinator that could help him out, maybe help develop some players along the way. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get a good draft and get straight defense in this first round pick where if we get that game changing player, that could improve our defense tremendously. And yeah, well, for everything else, man, I mean, we just gotta really hope that we could really put the pieces together in the offseason. But I mean, right now we're gonna stay on beat what's going on with moves as far as with the Washington hit coordinators. And how do y'all feel about Dan Quinn, man? I mean, really, with everything going on, I mean, do you feel like Dan Quinn got a safe spot? It's crazy to me to ask, but hey, just because you went to the NFC title game, man, don't mean that you can't change the narrative just because of the season that you just had. I mean, that's just not called for, especially of how certain situations unfolded. I think that's really what really mattered to a lot of people in this organization. How are they looking at it? They're not looking at it just like, okay, what you done. It's like what has happened in these tiers and in these moments where things are starting to collapse. So I think that's something that Washington should really look into, man. I mean, I love Dan Quinn, but I don't know. Third year coming up, I don't think we can afford another season like that. I mean, that's just disgusting. I mean, I'm all for like 7 and 10, 8 and 9. I mean, I would have been blown, but man, that this season, I mean, just beside the record, bro, like how it went, it was just disgusting on both sides of the ball. So yeah, man, I hope Dan Quinn can pick it up. Salute to him. Hopefully, he can orchestrate a better performance team. But we're gonna have to see. Last segment of the day, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Explain just a little bit about this game, man. District Live Sports is coming hard. We're gonna go ahead and come out, support all the top schools, all the top prospects as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? It's really a team effort and how we go about the production team and where we go about the games. But as for right now, District Live Sports will be attendance at Gonzaga High School going against Carroll. Now, my thing with seeing everything, I'm ready to see my boy Anthony Brown. People have been telling me about him, man. He's really a dog. He just got committed to Vanderbilt, man. Shout out to him class of 2026, point guard, 6'1", weighs about 160 from DC, man. I love that, man. Somebody that's representing the city really nice. A player like that, that's at that height, but sound like he could really put the bucket in the rim, bro. I mean, talk about from what he's leading with, 18.9 points per game with 4.7 assists and 3.5 rebound at his height and with his skill level, man, a four-star recruit, bro. I think he's one of the ones from what I've been hearing. We just gonna have to see, man, when I put these lenses on him and see he put that ball in the rim, man. I can't wait to see he put that action out there. Like, I'm excited. Can't wait to see what's to unfold. I know Gonzaga got some elite players. We're gonna go ahead and get some action on both sides. And bro, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to see some intense basketball, getting off and doing my thing, see the crowd getting lit and seeing coaches going at it and seeing players playing intense. I mean, this is what you want, bro. This is what you pay the top dollar for. You come out to see the players from the area going at it with each other, competing until the last whistle. I love that, man. I can't wait to come out there. I can't wait till this is the last sports. Keep dishing out these episodes and keep dishing out this content. What we've been promising, man. You see it, man. We come in here each and every week, doing our best, promoting the best brand networks, DMV businesses, sponsors. We got the latest news. You see it, man. Like, we doing it every week. We doing it every episode. We appreciate you coming here live. Listen to me, my boy Dame, my boy Nick, and anybody coming to set, man. We appreciate y'all, bro. Thank you for coming to This Your Last Sports Podcast Show. You listening here to Rob Parker. We are here now, tuning out. Peace.